Okay, folks, welcome to part 2 of my series on the C programming language. And just so you're aware, I am using a book as a reference. It's called The C Programming Language by Brian Kernighan, Brian Kernighan and Dennis Ritchie. And that's pretty much the authoritative text on the C language. So I'm referring to that to teach in this series. As you can see here, we're going to be editing source code, so we need some sort of editor. I like Notepad++, and let's see, there might even be a way for me to change this to dark mode. Settings, preferences, dark mode. There we go. I like that. So we're going to write our first program, and none of it's going to make any sense at first. If you're new to programming, you're going to be typing a lot of stuff that doesn't seem to have any purpose to it. So here we are, we're typing out our main program, printf. And all this program, all I want you to know right now is this program is going to print out hello world on its own line. And let's see, what's a good place to save this stuff? I'm going to create a new folder in my C drive called programs, and I'm going to name it hello underscore world. Now in Notepad++, you want to select a C source file instead of plain text and save it as that. And as you can see, as soon as I did that, I got some syntax highlighting. And you may have the question, well, what is syntax highlighting? What is syntax? Syntax is basically the words, characters, keywords, etc. that the programming language uses in order for you to direct flow control, make decisions, store data, output data, etc., etc. So we'll get more into that in the future, but for right now, this is our program. Okay, so we've commanded the computer to print hello world. At least that's what we think we did. Now, ultimately, the compiler is the ultimate authority on the language. So we'll see if the compiler accepts. Let's see, ls. I need a cd into C. Whoop. Let's see, print working directory. I'm in home/Kellen. Let's go up, and let's ls. And let's see if we can find, so what I'm doing now is I'm using the shell. I'm not sure what shell I'm using, but the ls and cd commands seem to be working. Maybe I need to mount a drive or something. Anyways, to make this easier, let's go back. And you don't have to fret about this. This is my issue that I'm dealing with right now. And however you do it is however you do it. I think my sys. Let's go into the home, Kellen. Why not? And paste this programs. And let's see, cd /home/Kellen. Okay, print working directory. Now there is a programs folder, so we'll go into that. ls. ls just means list contents. I might do some, you need to know how to work your way around a shell in order to program. So I might do a series on shell programming, you know, C shells, Z shell, whatever shell I happen to be using. I actually don't know. But between all those shells, there's common commands, right? So no matter what shell you're using, you probably have the ls command available. No matter what shell you're using, you probably have a way to change into a directory, right? So we're going to type gcc hello world.c. We're going to specify that the output is just a program named hello world.exe, and the input file to the compiler is hello-world.c. Remember, this is the source code, so this stuff, no, we'll open a containing, let's see here, mysys home Kellen programs. There we go. So there's our little program, right? And all this does is tell the computer to print out the words hello world. We gotta say hi to the world. And right here, now don't panic here. You're seeing a warning. A warning does not necessarily mean there was a critical issue, right? Let's just look in the contents of this directory, and as we can see, we do have a hello world program. So to run this guy, you'll type period / hello _ world. And wow, look at that. Our first program ran, it printed out hello world to the terminal, and it exited. So we'll talk a bit more about these bits and pieces. I mean, what is main, right? Why is there parentheses here? Why is there a pound sign here? What is printf? What is all this stuff? It's overwhelming to even begin programming, because even the simplest program has a lot of parts to it. One thing you can do to make this even simpler is let's just get rid of this, right? We have an empty program now, and let's make sure to save your source file before you compile, so the compiler gets your updated source code. And let's rename this, actually. Let's save this as the null program. And there's a little joke in there for you, for those of you who are familiar with what null is. We will familiarize ourselves, since we are beginners, in future videos. So we're gonna create the null program, and null program.c. There it is. Let's run it and see what it does. It did nothing. So notice, oh, okay. Thanks. And so notice that, okay, I'm getting a little mixed up here. So notice the difference between our null program and our hello world program. Our hello world program prints hello world because we told it to. Our null program does nothing because we told it to do nothing. Anyways, so this is the conclusion of the second video of this series. We're going to dive into the different parts of a program, what's absolutely necessary for you to get a program running. So, thank you and goodbye.